Hello, hello, and welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, I tried a new spin there. Welcome back to Historics Auctioneers and their upcoming auction this weekend. Saturday the 14th, this weekend, we've got Historics Auctions, and I have come armed with a 100k budget today because I'm going to be talking about where to spend 100k at auction. So we can have a little look around, and I'm going to give you my top picks of what I think you could make money on over the next few years. So 100k spend, let's go. Now the summer has very definitely disappeared. It's absolutely peeing it down, but you're gonna have to bear with me. Some of the cars are inside, but there is one very special car over here that I want to show you all. Some very quirky stuff here. 63, very rare car. RX-8, that is complete chaos. That featured in, I think, my last video with the guys here. It's actually a replica, believe it or not. However, I'm getting increasingly soggy. Come with me. This is what I wanted to show you. This is a Toyota Century V12. It's from 2004, and this is Japan's answer to a Rolls Royce. So other fun facts about this car, it's actually UK registered, and the V12 in it is actually from Lexus. It comes with the private plate. It's actually got adjustable air ride suspension, and the factory paintwork is a rare 7-layered blue. Special 7-layered blue. You can't pick that up because it's being absolutely peed on here in Ascot today ahead of the auction this weekend. But you name it, when I say it's loaded, it is. TVs, massage seats, the whole lot. It's absolutely ridiculous. And to think this was in 2004 is bonkers. It even got blinds in the back there. Lovely. So I think this is the only V12 produced by Toyota, and it just gets unbelievable when you get in here. I'm just going to show you around it very quickly. You might be thinking, TG, what on earth is this? What are you going on about? This is nonsense. We don't want to see a Toyota saloon. Well, you do. You do want to see this because this is unlike any, this is possibly one of the coolest cars in the world. Look at it in here. You're probably still not convinced. Look at this netting. Look at this. Look at the headrest in the back. Okay, right, we've got some old, we've got a bit of old tech in here. It's automatic. Look at all these switches. It's like on a Japanese aeroplane from the 80s. So cool. Hold on. But this is where you actually want to be. In the back here. I'm gonna get in. I'm getting in. I'm very happy in here. These are super rare, and as I say, this is the only Toyota with a V12 that, as far as I'm aware, is absolutely loaded. It's got everything. TV's in here. Got it all going on. It's got all the original kit with it, including a little reading light up there. This is baller. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do, where you're from. I mean, obviously you can't put your feet through there, but you can on the passenger side actually recline your legs the whole way through into the front. It's properly baller in here. Massive speaker there. It's rich, and all the fixtures and fittings are very Japanese. So if you can speak Japanese, happy days, but I'm sure you can pretty much guess what most of these things do. Is that a massage seat there? I mean, it'd be good fun actually trying to work out what a lot of these buttons do. But you've even got blinds. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if these are motorized, oh, maybe they're not. There we go. When you just can't be bothered to look out the window and see peasants, and peasants see you, you can just, very cool. And actually one of the most impressive things about this car is the condition of these. These are like new. It's very definitely being kept by someone very fastidious. Anyway, that door is super heavy. Very reassuring thud. There's your V12 badge. If you didn't know about the Toyota Century, now you do know. And actually, I am considering bidding on this because the reserve is between £12,000 and £17,000. And call me a chav. I mean, you have done before. I wonder what that would sound like straight piped. We may well find out on the channel, ladies and gents. If I buy that, I will straight pipe it. I know that's sacrilegious, but actually being Japanese as well is right-hand drive, so that would be perfectly at home on the UK roads. That is lot number 245. We're gonna head inside over there. On the way past, that is rich. Lot number 175, Aston Martin Virage. Yes! I'd have one of those over that new Vanquish thingy they brought out that looks the same as the other ones. We've also got a 850i with a V12 in it. I always get told off because I always say that the V12 in this is the same derivation as that in the McLaren F1, and I'm pretty sure that could be wrong, but I don't know. I'm getting absolutely peed on here. Do excuse the rough and ready nature of this video. We have been filming today with Vicky Butler Henderson and Matthew Pretty because we've been filming a podcast for the Historics Auctioneers platforms for their YouTube channel. We've been filming all sorts of stuff today and it's on a setup day. So if you do want to come and see these cars, you can actually come and have a little poke around ahead. Oh, we're going to show you this one. You can come and have a poke around ahead of the auction because they've got all the paperwork and they've got absolutely everything here. So you don't just have to turn up on sale day and bid blind, you can come and see all of the cars. And they've actually now just partnered up with Charles and Dean so you can get pre-approved on finance and get the funding secured before you even bid on a car. So you can actually bid, win the car and drive off in it as swiftly as possible. But more excitingly than that, we got this. Now I often get asked what Porsches are undervalued and what Porsches can I make money on and what is a good buy. This is obviously a GT3 RS, it's obviously a 996, but what a lot of people don't realize, they made these in very, very, very low numbers. This was actually one of 680 odd cars worldwide that were produced. I suspect the number of these that are still on the roads and still around that haven't been smashed up is a lot lower than that. So if you think about it, there's probably about the same of these around, if not less, as there are now of GT3 RS 4 litres. This was obviously the first GT3 RS generation they ever did. And of that 680 worldwide, very few of those were right-hand drive. And even fewer of those, A, are still in one piece, because a lot of them just got trapped and smashed up because these at one point weren't worth a huge amount of money. They also had pretty bad lives. This one, however, has only done 38,000 miles and has had Porsche Club GB ownership. The last bill, I think, was Reading, a Reading service. It's been underwaxed, all the coolant hoses replaced, absolutely everything done. About 6 grand's worth of work done. I'm gonna go back in here because these seats are just one of my favorite things about the car. Those Recaro wingback seats in there, literally as factory intended. It's only had one former keeper, and it's in the iconic Carrera white with red decals. Estimate is around 115 to 130,000 pounds, so it's a little bit over the 100k budget. But I think if you were willing to stretch and you wanted a car that was absolutely fantastic to use on the road, on track, and that if you kept for the next 5-10 years, you're going to make a load of money on, one of these. It's obviously also got the iconic headlights, which actually it shares with the GT1 car from 1998. But that is where my money would go if I was getting asked what Porsche to buy to make money. Also, again, completely over budget, we've got a 488 Spider here in this lovely light blue on cream. It's the same spec as Lamborghini actually launched their Aventador Roadster spec in. Obviously this is many years later. This probably was inspired by that. Only has covered 11,000 miles. I think it's either Crema or Sabia inside. And you've got carbon driving zone, carbon central tunnel, absolutely everything you'd ever want and a bit more there. And with Ferrari dropping the V8, I think this is going to be a pretty solid buy. The estimate on this, I think, is about 150, 160k thereabouts, but keep your eye on that. It's a very, very, I was going to say demure spec there, but civilized spec. We're not going to fall into that trap. Where to go now? Within a 100k budget though, we've got this 930 turbo, lot number 177. This 1980 930 turbo. It's only covered 51,000 miles. It is right-hand drive. The door is not open, even though I tried to open it. And again, it's a Porsche Club GB owner's car. Whenever you see that sticker, you know, on the whole, that the owner has looked after it. They are a very fastidious bunch. I've gone on many trips with the guys there and girls. But that is a sensational piece of kit. It doesn't get much more iconic in 80s than a 930 turbo. I don't want to slam that. Whale tail and all. Very, very nice example. And again, in terms of putting money into a 911, I think if you can pick one of these up sub 100k, which is difficult to find a nice one, you're going to be quids in over the years because these 80s icons are only going one way. They haven't seen their heyday yet. Come with me then, come with me. If you haven't been to an auction here, make sure you do. Come along, it's obviously free to enter. We've got sexy lighting going on, Historics filming, it's carrying on. We've got all sorts going on. So if you do like the look of any of the cars you see, as always, the number is top right and you can go and pop that into the Historics website and it'll bring it up. It's actually very, very dangerous working with Historics because every time I come, I see all these cars and I think, oh, I need one of those. Oh, that'd be cool, I'll have one of those. And I've got to exercise some restraint, otherwise, well, I'll be even more broke than I am right now. Lot number 159 then. You actually might recognise this car. This was the car that we drove with Vicky Butler Henderson and a Lotus Carlton very recently. Very cool video. If you haven't seen that, I'm actually behind the wheel of this thing. Absolute minter. Absolutely mint. Only done 17,000 miles. Absolutely stock, bar the wheels. But I think the original wheels are with the owner. I met the owner and he would not take his eye off the car the entire day. He was so, I was going to say anal about it, but it's not anal. He just absolutely adores this car. So if you are after one of these that's been absolutely cherished from new by the same owner, this is your car. He adores it. He absolutely adores it. So I would challenge you to find a cleaner cosy than that. We've got another one here as well. Didn't drive this one, wasn't allowed near this one. Wasn't actually there on the day, but that is lot number 204. Again, go and check out the details on both because they've got different mileages, different specs and all the rest of it. Fast forward season here, quite clearly. We've got Sierra RS Cosworth here as well. We've got a Vanquish, the old Vanquish. I think one of the last cool Vanquishes. Actually, no, I think the generation after this was cool, and I think they went slightly off the boil. Since then, when they started putting turbos in, ruined the noise a bit. We've got 991 Turbo S. Hopefully, it might be a turbo. I think it's Turbo S. More Bentleys and Rolls Royces that you can shake a stick at. Plenty more you can shake a stick at. And there is a very cool Lambo through here, which will be in your 100k budget as well. This is a Gallardo Superleggera, rumoured to be one of only 13 cars, 1.3, in right-hand drive. This is a very, very rare piece of kit. Let's see if it's open. It is open. Carbon back bucket seats, Alcantara absolutely everywhere, and this is obviously the lightweight stripped out variant. Full door cards in carbon. It's only done 27,000 miles, and the key with this is many years ago it had a knock to one of the doors, and the door was costing £14,000 to repair. So the insurance company at the time deemed it uneconomical to repair it. So that actually means that this car is on the Cat D register. Now, it's only done 27,000 miles. It's absolutely mint, absolutely fresh. It's had a new clutch. It wants for nothing. However, that will mean that you can sail in well under, potentially, I mean, I don't know what it's going to go for in the end on bidding day, potentially under 100k. It's a very highly optioned car. Got transparent engine bay there. All the carbon you could ever want and more. And crucially, it's got nose lift as well. So very rare Lambo, and crucially, it's got that very highly desirable variant of V10 that shares alongside the LFA and the Crow GT, meaning this is one of the nicest sounding Lambos ever made. Very, very cool. And to think that that quite possibly could come in at under 100 grand. Wow, what a thing. Very, very rare. There's only about 175, 180 of these things worldwide. As I say, only 13 of them being recorded on how many left. Of them, I don't know how many have been wrapped around a tree. So very, very exclusive club to be a part of. Only one of those. More lovely fast forward goodness. Lovely M3 there as well, and another one there as well. That is a very, very cool colour. I might see with the classic giveaways. Have a little bid on that. We've got classic giveaways coming back very, very soon with a surprise new face. So that is coming back very soon, but we're going to start getting into things like this as well, or potentially this. I think some old school M3 would be a good idea. Very nice 3-door M3 there. V8 MG, very niche car that, very, very niche. To think there's a V8 in that is chaos. It's a shoe, it's got a V8 in it. Carrera 4S, you know how much I love these. Tiptronic, so you get a lot of change for 100k. One of those, great cruiser, looking better by the day. Ford Puma, niche, but very, very, if you know, you know. That is a Ford enthusiast dream, this one. Recaro's in here. I remember these when they came out. Puma Racing, I think it was. I can't remember what they actually called these. I remember wanting one of these so much. 997 Carrera S, again, something that would be typical classic giveaways fodder there. We did a load of those before, and they absolutely flew, so may have a little bid on that one as well. An old Cortina, and then we've got a GT 500 Mustang there as well, left-hand drive. I think this one was at our last filming day. I think it's got 700 brake. 700 thereabouts, maybe even more. Shelby gubbins and makes a sound like a plane crash. It is absurd. What a thing. Perfect for going around Europe and offending absolutely everybody. Right then, that is now that. Just a little snippet of the cars ahead of this week's auction. You do have to register before you bid. So don't just think you can rock up, do a little bid online and skedaddle. You have to register before. I made that mistake. I missed an Alpha Zagato doing that many moons ago. I completely messed it up. I thought I could just log on. And actually I was working with them at the time, so I should have known. Make sure you register before you bid. Doesn't take that long. For now, thank you very much for watching as always, and I know some of you do. You keep me posted with what you win at auction, so keep me posted. I'll leave all the links below to go and check out the full catalogue and all the details of all the cars, because I haven't even scratched the surface. There are more cars here than I've had hot dinners. Catch you all soon. Bye.